No, it's no problem, man.
Yeah, thank you for having us on.
Dude, it's what we're all about here. You're Redneck Metal Mafia now. God damn it, anytime you guys want to call in and talk shit with me, just feel free. You got my number.
We're just basically going to try to promote the fact that we're in the studio right now trying to get this EP completed, get more material out there. One thing we noticed during the show was nobody knew our shit, so they didn't know when to dance or when not to.
Right. Well, I mean, but you guys introduced
hey,
yourself.
it was my first time seeing you guys.
Five
and you guys
seconds,
moved
5
me,
seconds.
so
3 seconds, 2 seconds.
Nice.
Hey, guess what, Metal Mike? We're back.
Guess what?
We are back, and we got friends.
Yeah.
We got friends with us, man. Who the hell is out there rocking with us, man? Rescue the Crow. We had, we had some Sinful in there. It's Conveyor, man, which is one of my favorite bands off of Victory, man. Some old school Propane we're rocking.
Hell yeah.
But I want to talk about listen, we go to this Burn the Gates CD release party because who in the fuck wants to miss Burn the Gates live, right?
Man.
And so it's a little while before the show, they put out, hey, man, we got this other band that's going to be joining the show. So the show's going to start just a little bit earlier, man. This band's called No Sacrifice, No Victory. They're out of Kansas City, right? Just so happens it's their first show together, right?
Yeah.
So, once Jeff and everybody put it out, man, I started following them, started checking them out. The drum kit looked fucking killer. The bass drum head was awesome. And I'm like, oh, these cats are fucking for real. They're not gonna play with Burn the Gates and be shitty. No. It's just not gonna happen, right? So you just don't know what to expect because they're unheard of at this point, right?
Yeah.
These guys get on this stage and they make some of the beautifully created, badass, brutal fucking metal I've heard in a long time.
I liked the fact that it was brutal, but I liked the fact that it also had groove.
Hella groove, man. And that's what. So our friends, man, I would like to introduce the entire world, man. Rock Assault Radio by way of the Redneck Metal Mafia. Our brothers, no sacrifice, no victory. What's going on, fellas?
What's happening?
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. What's going on? Thanks for having us.
We wouldn't have it any other way. This is how dedicated these guys are. Their vocalist is on the phone with them. We're doing like a three-way shit. He's on vacation in Arizona with flip-flops and a Speedo on.
Yo.
The band's practicing, and they take time out of their day to join us on the air. Dude, that's love right there.
What part of Arizona are you in?
I'm in Scottsdale, a little north of
Scottsdale,
Phoenix.
yeah. I lived in Tucson for years.
He's in the fucking warm part, Metal Mike. It doesn't matter.
Hey, both of them are pretty warm, but usually
it was a little warm today. Yeah,
Yeah.
up in the 80s. I mean, it's starting to rain a little bit, which kind of dampens things. But I mean, it's still. I'm out here for the weekend, and it's.
No, Arizona's awesome, man.
Dude, I mean this with all of the respect in the entire world. I hope you get the explosive shits on your way home. I mean that with all the love possible.
No snoring dogs for you.
I'm trying not to. I gotta enjoy my time out here before I get back to work.
Oh man, it's beautiful out there. It really is.
No sacrifice, no victory. So let's talk about you guys, man. Take me through how this project came about, man. What all kind of things did you guys go through to get to the stage at the Burn the Gates release party, man? Let the world know about you guys.
Okay, this is it's kind of a long story. The drummer and I were in a band called Cause for Retribution. Back around 06 through, I think we made a run to 010. Basically went through a long journey, played every venue possible, and drummer had a baby. I went through a divorce. Things kind of, pittered out for a minute or two or whatever.
Life happens.
Had some different people come and go as we progressed, but basically me and the drummer just sitting here constantly working on the weekends, writing new material, having different people try out, and then
off and on for years, off and on for years.
But Big Jim, drummer with the badass curly green kit, went on some what was it called, bandmates or something, and found Zach first, actually, our vocalist.
Yeah, found Zach.
And
on Band Mix, actually.
Band Mix is what it was called. So Now all of a sudden we got this young cat that's never been on a stage, never been in a band before, coming over here just screaming the fuck in our faces like, yo,
Yeah.
you guys get the fuck up, let's do something. And
I still think it's funny though that first day that I came in and I was just listening to it was Jim, Chris, and then the bassist at the time, Jared. They were jamming out, and I was just kind of getting the feel of the songs. Didn't really have a whole lot written, and so they played a couple songs. I'm listening, getting the feel for them. Like, hell yeah, this is some good shit. And then they stop, and they're like, all right, Zach, just show us what you got. Just hop on the mic. Whatever. If it's just screaming nonsense, just go with the flow. And so I started, doing my part, did some crazy, like, fast rap scream part, and everybody stops halfway through, looks at me and like, what the fuck was that? And I'm like, oh, shit. I'm sorry, guys. Was that bad? And they're like, no, keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing.
They're like, you're fucking hired.
Right?
Yeah, right.
The one thing the one thing that I'll say about you guys, because I met up with you guys before you guys took the stage, and I did, like everybody else, a lot of other people in the crowd hadn't heard you guys before, but I knew, you guys had a lot of promo behind you coming into the show, and everything was good. But the one thing that I will tell you that stood out in my mind, and I even commented to Jeff Doling on this, I said, dude, these guys better fucking rock. And he says, why is that? I said, because their singer's wearing a fucking Steelers hat on a stage in Kansas City, Kansas.
yeah, we give
That's why I turned it backwards.
I said, these guys better rock or shit's gonna hit the fan. Dude, that was awesome. You guys had a hell of a show, man. So how did it feel, man? You guys, all this hard work, man, the members are there, the music's there, the material's ready to go, and you guys take the stage for the first time as No Sacrifice, No Victory, man. How did it feel, bro?
Felt great. It felt fucking great, dude.
A lot of hard work finally gets to pay off a little bit, especially when nobody told you. But backing up, I don't want to leave Gregory Cates out here because
our most recent addition to the band,
our new cat who had a 6-string and freaking went out and dropped $1 on a 7 and got badass gear to be a part of this mix. You had asked earlier about how it came to be, like how are you guys opening up for the Burn the Gates CD release show? Well, thank Burn the Gates first and foremost for putting that fucker on and allowing us the opportunity, but Zach and I had gone out to see them at the Riot. Well, no, it was at Davies Uptown, back
with Hollow Point.
Yeah,
and with Hollow Point from St. Louis, because we had taken a band trip to St. Louis to see Gideon and some other groups, and Hollow Point happened to open. Or no, they didn't even open. They were outside the door, just handing us flyers and shit.
Yeah.
And we were like, "Who the fuck is this band?" Hollow Point out of St. Louis. Next thing you know, 2 hours into our drive back to KC, we're listening and jamming out with them. Long story short, found Greg on the internet, but we got the show because Zach and I went to see Burn the Gates. I've known Carl for a long time, and Jesse is a hell of a guy supporting us, repping us. Jeff, back in Bar Fight, dude, I used to be in a band called Numa in like 2000, 2001, and Neeners, the Bunker. If you could open for Bar Fight, you were somebody in Kansas City. So
that's absolutely correct, man. That's how long I've known Jeff, man, since those days, and we did a lot of work with Bar Fight as well. And so that's what I tell people all the time, man. It's funny that you mentioned Neeners, dude, because that fucking environment in that club was something.
Dude, I got arrested in the fucking alley smoking weed on St. Patrick's Day with my band. We couldn't play the set before we even got to headline the show. A neighbor fucking called the cops. We were passing the bowl around in the alley, and 3 of us out of the 4 members went to jail. Our drummer happened to get his tax return at the time and was able to bail us out.
That's fucking rock star right there, dude. That's fucking rock and roll right there. Like, We need bail money. Well, the drummer got his tax return. So much for new cymbals.
Right, got to bail these.
Yeah, right.
Fuck.
But anyway, enough about the old times. But yeah, we're excited. We appreciate the opportunity. You guys coming to the show and giving us a chance. And like you said, these guys better kick ass. I'm glad we didn't disappoint. I hope we didn't.
Most definitely did not.
You got me and Metal Mike were standing there when you guys started. You guys have this intro, the kind of the build up, and you guys started, and it was just really, 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 it was a really cool vibe. And I looked at Metal Mike and I said, "This is gonna go extremely well." And he looks at me and he gets Metal Mike gets this fucking smile on his face when he knows that something's coming. And he gets this smile on his face, this look in his eye. And then you guys just start fucking killing it, dude. And I looked at him and I was like, holy shit, these cats are for fucking real.
Yeah.
And then so backstage we met up, and we're talking, and that's how all this came about, man. It's like, hey, let's get together. Let's get you guys out there like sooner than fucking later, because I don't want to let grass grow under my feet on being one of the first people that are pushing you fuckers. I promise you that.
Oh, we appreciate it. Yeah.
The following weekend, we recorded 2 drum tracks last Saturday.
Nice.
We're back in the studio tomorrow to do some more drums and more guitar, a little bit of guitar. And so we're working on a 5-song EP, Zach, if you want to elaborate on Healthy Paranoia.
Hey, you guys, definitely like post your progress on our site too. I'm sure people will want to know who you are.
Oh, yeah. You guys have free reign of the 106 The Blast page, man. Post pictures, show flyers, whatever the fuck you want on there.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
No problem, man.
For sure. That's what's up.
Let's talk about the EP, man. So it's coming out, 5 songs. It's going to be really kick-ass. I'm 100% sure of it. I can't wait to have it, to fucking play it and to listen to it.
Right.
Let's talk about that, man. What's going on there?
So we're working with a buddy of Greg's, Phil, who's in I forgot the name of the band, but he's helping.
His band's called Alchemist.
Okay.
Alchemist.
And so we're working with him. He's recording it all and then mixing it all. So yeah, we started with just getting the drum tracks done, just starting it now. But the 5 songs, I mean, we're thinking 5 or 6, but it'll pretty much be what we played at the show. Front to back, same set list.
Cool.
We just want to get it, pretty much on paper and out to people to actually listen to.
That way, next time we do hit a stage, people know what's coming, because our shit changes very frequently.
Right. Mm-hmm. And we got, we'll do our part, man. Like I said, as of after this interview, man, you guys are in active regular rotation too, man. So, the station runs 24/7, brother. And we're going to do our part, man, to really help, bring attention to you guys, man, and especially in Kansas City.
Material out there for everybody to hear. So we appreciate everything you guys are doing, but shows. Anybody needs an opener? We're here. Anybody that plays bass, that digs what we're doing, and you happen to be in the Kansas City area, or not even, man. I mean, the internet, it's 2019. Shit can happen that way too. So if there's any bass players out there listening, check us out. Send us a message.
So you guys are looking for a bass player?
Yeah, big time. So if you know anybody that will gel and vibe well,
we might be able to hook you up, man. We might be able to hook you up.
Yeah. Definitely. There's some great bands down here in Wichita,
We get plenty of people all the time. You wouldn't believe the messages I get from people like, dude, you know anybody in bands that are hiring this and hiring them? Like, what the fuck am I, like a manpower staffing for fucking bands or something? Shit, I'll start charging you guys.
what am I? GoDaddy.com.
Right.
I'm going to change it to BigDaddy.com.
Big Daddy.
There you go.
BigDaddy.com. So you guys are good. So any tentative date on when this EP is going to be done, or are you guys just taking it day at a time?
We're shooting for late summer, early fall.
Okay. So look for that. Everybody out there listening, look for that. You guys heard it, man. Tentatively late summer, early fall EP, man. No Sacrifice, No Victory. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be a must-have in your collection. You got to have this shit.
Awesome.
You just got to. And then what I am going to do, though, is this. I'm going to buy a Kansas City Chiefs hat, and you're going to wear a Chiefs hat on stage.
Fuck
right,
Whether you like it or not,
come on, Zach.
you got to do it.
All right. You make it black, and I'll wear it on stage.
All right, dude. I tell you what, the next time I come see you guys, I'm gonna come up to you and I'm gonna hand you a fucking hat, and I'm gonna take yours as a trophy for why you're on stage.
That'll work. Yeah, I'll rep it on stage.
So is it going to be self-titled? What's the title of the EP going to be?
What's that?
Is it going to be a self-titled EP, or is it, like a band?
It's titled Healthy Paranoia.
Guilty Paranoia. I like it.
Healthy Paranoia.
Healthy
paranoia. Wow.
That's even more bad.
Yeah, that's
dude.
even more
That's deep. That shit can go all sorts of ways.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Healthy
Cool, guys.
paranoia. That's like vegan methamphetamines.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, right.
Dude, you guys, but listen, so let's talk for a minute about the future, man, because you guys got a gig underneath you. And really, the first show that you guys did wasn't a slouch for a show. You guys had a hell of a crowd there. You guys impressed each and every person there, man. So you guys, to me, and looking in and hearing the music and knowing you guys and seeing and following you guys, man, and seeing the drive and the passion that you guys have for this band, you guys have a prosperous future, man, as No Sacrifice, No Victory, man. So what's your take on the future, man? You guys, I mean, we talked about the EP. We talked about, you guys are ready to do some shows and looking for a bass player and this, that, and everything. But let's think 2 years from now, man. Where do you guys see yourself?
Who knows?
Yeah, at least with a full length out. I think 2 years we can get the EP and a full length, because we're already throwing out new ideas as it is. The 3 months leading up to the show, we've been hammering in those 5 songs for the EP that we played for the show. We've been just hammering those down. And then even in some of the free time we get, we've been throwing out new ideas. We've got at least 4 to 5 new ideas that we've got to work with. I mean, plenty of.
2 years from now, it's hard to tour, 106, and it's hard to get out there to really like make a bang and make a buck, so to speak. I think in our current situation, just any major band that's coming through town, whether it's Topeka, Wichita, Kansas City, Omaha, Des Moines, Columbia, if we could be part of that act, like that regional band that everybody can count on. And, the stars are obviously the goal, but it's hard to travel and do this thing like professionally, especially, with the age and families involved and everything else. So 2 years from now, who knows, man? But
you guys, I love the fact that you said that, and I'm going to tell you why, because that just shows what kind of workhorses you guys really truly are, man. A lot of guys will come on here and say, man, we wanted this and we want, this, that, and everything. You guys are like, no, man, piss on that. We want to stay, we want to be that regional act, man, that's got a name for themselves that everybody can count on, and they know what kind of quality you guys bring when they have you booked at their venue, and the promoters love you, and the fans love you, and the towns love you, and the venues love you, and all of the radio stations love you, and dude, that is a fucking astronomical goal, and I think you guys are going to reach that long before 2 years, man.
I
really,
think that's reasonable. You know what I'm saying? It's a reasonable goal to accomplish, because we can't go to Australia, we can't go to the United Kingdom, we can't go to Canada, where a lot of big, huge bands are popping off. But if we can stay within our zone and be that band that everybody that can count on to draw a crowd and bring the killer shit, and
hell yeah,
I think it's reasonable.
And that's, but you look at the bands that are just up there in your area that are doing just that, man. Burn the Gates, Mechanized, Moray, all those bands up there. And that's what they do, man. They play with the nationals that come through and they draw a crowd and people know, the promoters know they can count on them to bring the shit. So you guys are going to fit that mix really, really well. And also your music brings a whole different element too, because the one thing that I noticed, man, is that each track had a different feel. It wasn't the same song all the way through the show. And I really like that about you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate
That's
that.
that's what we go for. Yeah.
We're working on a new material.
I honestly knew that the show was going to go off well when I seen everybody in the band really jamming to what they were playing. I mean, just the look on your faces was definitely epic.
Right. And that comes straight from, Jeff from Burn the Gate says it the best, man. If you're not playing in your favorite band, you're in the wrong band. And,
Right.
and you guys definitely love what
Exactly.
you guys are doing up there as a group, man, and
Yeah.
it shows.
Yeah, I seen the guitarist start kicking up like a bull, and start bobbing his head.
You guys fucking tore the stage up, that's
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure, man. Take me through that moment right before you guys went on the stage, though, man. You guys looked at each other backstage. You're like, fuck, here we go, man. It's feast or famine right now, huh?
Fuck or fight.
It was pretty silent, honestly. Like, it was just like we knew it was time, and it was time to go. We
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
really talk. We didn't communicate. Did a couple stretches, took our clothes off, and fucking went up there, said, hey, we're naked.
I want to make sure Adam, the sound guy, Aftershock, that was a great sound we got that night. But
Dude, that guy's
yeah.
a badass, man. He does
Yeah,
very well.
Yeah, he is. But I confirmed that we were starting at 8:30, and then just the countdown began.
Dude, that was
Yeah.
fun.
What's it?
I get the name of the band, No Sacrifice, No Victory, which by the way is a great name for a band. How did you guys come to that name?
It's from a band called The Breather. It was a lyric of theirs. The song is called All Spark.
All
And
Smart.
so if you look up the band The Breather,
I'll have to check that out.
track called All Spark, the second lyric is my maker is calling, no sacrifice, no victory. And that stuck in my head. This was like 09, 010, 11, somewhere in there.
Okay.
And it just always stuck out. I have it tatted on my back, and NSNV itself, just the acronym is kind of catchy. And
Yeah.
Just the day-to-day life struggle.
if you don't put in a sacrifice, you're never going to get that fucking reward.
Yeah.
Whether it's a crackhead fucking panhandling on the street for his next fix, or the dude that works fucking 50 hours a week trying to make a truck payment and keep his family fed.
Yep.
You got to sacrifice to get any type of reward in life. And this band in particular, for Jim and I, just sitting here while his kids have grown and my kids have grown, it's the sacrifice of playing in this shit, showing up every weekend, fighting, and then we're going to get a victory one of these days.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys, and dude, that's so awesome because everything that you guys are saying in this interview, I want to let everybody know, man. I've seen these guys live. I've listened to their recorded stuff. I've talked to them all on a personal level, man. And I'm telling you, they back this shit up, man. These
Straight.
guys are true go-getters, man. They're not scared to get in and get their hands dirty. They're not scared of shit, man. They're ready to take the stage and shove some damn good music down your fucking ear holes. And I promise you, man,
Ear
if you
holes.
go see No Sacrifice, No Victory live, you're not going to be able to come back to me and say, Will, you were a fucking idiot. That shit wasn't even at all what you said. You're going to message me and you're going to be like, Jesus, fuck, dude, where did these guys come from? And I'm going to be like, Kansas fucking City, motherfucker.
And on that note, if anybody needs an opener, we're willing to travel as long as the timing is proper and it's within, feasible distance. We would love to play more shows. So anybody has a show opportunity for us, let's
Hit us
get
up.
out of here while we're putting the
Let us
seat
know.
on.
Definitely.
We need to do what we can to get them to Wichita, man.
Oh,
we
yeah.
know some people. We need to pass this shit around and get these guys down to Wichita,
We
man.
can do
Oh,
this
yeah.
more easy.
Wichita's fiending for something like this, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, really, they'll be like, "Holy shit, what just happened?" Like, here comes Kansas City.
Right.
Fuck.
Right.
Right.
Here comes
Hell yeah.
Kansas City.
Hell
What else?
yeah.
We got a few more minutes, man. What else you guys want to say?
We're about to jam again. Zach, your ass needs to be in Kansas City, but happy birthday to Zach's grandma. She's turning 85. That's
Awesome,
why
dude.
he's
Happy
next
birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's
And I
awesome.
would like to say much love to all the family, the support that we get just being life members, and everybody that showed up to our little first show. You know,
Hell yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was a brilliant first show, man.
Dude, it was badass.
Yeah.
Please step foot on stage, and thank you guys for your support and putting us on Little 66 to Blast. We tag you guys in everything that we do. We appreciate everything.
We seen that, man, and I definitely appreciate it, man. That
Oh,
was a
yeah.
badass flyer too, by the way, man. Thanks for putting that out there. That was cool shit, man. I appreciate that too, because this radio station and this radio show is my band now. You know what I mean? Like, this is me and Metal Mike's band, and this is our baby, man. And so, we try to give back and give you guys a great platform, man, to have your music heard and to really support you guys like none other, man. And with that being said, dude. Let's let these guys get back to jamming, and let's throw some No Sacrifice, No Victory down your ear holes, man.
do
Track
that.
called Heartbreak. What do you think about that shit, fellas?
Awesome.
Sounds good, man.
Let's go, man. We're gonna
Sounds
crank it up.
good.
Hey,
Thank you.
guys so much, man. I appreciate it.
Much love.
Love you guys.
Not a problem.
Peace out,
Thank
man. We love you guys too, man.
Peace out.
See ya.
See ya. Dude, how awesome was that? They
That was
did
really cool.
Every interview we do gets better and better and better, man. And I'm telling you, those guys back up every